Welcome back. I didn't film last week because I had an appointment last Thursday that, to be honest, I'm still trying to process. So it's been a challenging week, but today we are on the train, as you can probably see, and we are heading to London because I've got an appointment with my neurologist to see how things are going, and hopefully, if my pain scores have come down enough since my last set, to have another course of Botox injections for my chronic migraine. Botox is done. Mum had Elise while I was in my appointment, and we've come to Nando's for some food. Someone's going to say hello. We had a challenging train journey home. Elise had an allergic reaction just before we got on the train and spent most of the train journey screaming as a result. But I'm doing okay in terms of Botox, and yeah, I'm exhausted because going to London is exhausting, particularly with a little pickle in tow. So today's going to be a quiet day. The smart drive stopped working just before we got back to the train station. Ran out of battery, but the battery lasted shorter length of time than it usually does. So I don't know if this is something to do with the bracket that's still moving. So the rep is going to come today, this afternoon, and take a look. Yeah. But other than that, we have nothing on. We are going to have a very slow day. We're going to play together. We're going to have lots of snuggles. And hopefully, that'll give me a bit more energy. Elise and Dan are asleep, so I'm uploading week 42's YouTube video, as well as writing my next blog post, which actually isn't going to be the next post because I've got stuff scheduled. So this is going to be the first post for February on my red check pinafore dress. As I've been going through and editing, I'm really not happy with the quality of the image of week before last's vlog. I noticed that my camera was on the wrong setting, but I thought I changed it partway through that week, but maybe I didn't. So apologies for that. I hope I fixed it this time, but I will be keeping an eye, so if it's not ideal, hopefully I'll be able to get it sorted soon. Hopefully for next week. Hopefully it's already sorted. I'm tired, can you tell? Yeah! Elise is playing on the floor, so she seems happy, so I thought I would jump on quickly and just have a little bit of a chat, because you may have noticed that there are some gaps in last week's vlog, like 3 days or so where I hadn't filmed anything, and certainly there was a week where I didn't film at all. So I just wanted to have a little chat really about why there are random gaps and why maybe things aren't flowing as cohesively during the day. I certainly noticed when I was editing yesterday's part of the vlog that there are gaps and it maybe doesn't make sense. Anyway, so this is a hard one to talk about, which is probably why I haven't done so until now. Yeah! I am dealing with post-traumatic stress after everything surrounding pregnancy, delivery and afterwards. There have been lots of issues with the hospital and that's causing me some problems. I had a big appointment to deal with some side effects that should have been dealt with in November. I'm not going to get into it because I will get stressed and upset, but that was very difficult for me. I felt horrendous for 2 weeks, just sort of checked out. Do you want to say hello to everyone? Say hi! That's a nice smile. You're trying to see the screen. I flip it up for you. Can you see you? Clever girl. So, dealing with PTSD, random things are setting it off. So the reason yesterday has a bit of a random gap is that I got a phone call from the GP surgery who do my injection, which I'm having at the GP surgery because it was too difficult to go to the hospital emotionally, but also challenging physically. Baby wheelchair 2 trained, a little bit of a challenge, wasn't it? And it was exhausting. But the main reason is the emotional impact. But the doctor's surgery phoned me yesterday. The person I'm booked in for can't do the appointment. They didn't say why. I'm sure there is a very good reason for it. And this isn't something that happens, well, it's never happened before. It's just difficult that it happened now, and it's caused me some problems because they've given me another appointment on the same day. So in terms of having the medication, it will be on the right day. But the problem, I found the phone conversation very difficult because I didn't know that they were going to say we can do it on another day. So straight away my mind went to, well, it has to be done today. And I feel like I'm talking really quickly. And that's because I'm getting a little bit stressed out just talking about it. So it is still being done. Yes. I haven't had to sort of push for that, but it's with someone different. And this is the first time I'm having it done at the GP surgery, and Elise will be attached to me because last time was Christmas and Dan had her and I just popped there and back. So it's all a bit, don't know what's happening, and it stressed me out. And I just, when I'm really struggling, I don't feel like I can pick the camera up and film. Yeah. We do have an appointment with the health visitor. The health visitor is coming to do Elise's check, but she's also going to have a chat to me, see what they can do to help. And my GP has referred me to counselling. So hopefully that will help, and hopefully I'll start to feel a bit better. It shouldn't have got to this point, but it has, and we will deal with it. But that's why if there are any gaps in what I'm filming, or if I don't film for a little while, it's probably related to that. Yeah. Thanks for listening to my little ramble. Today has been a morning of phone calls. Elise is asleep. And I just made her jump by talking, but she is still asleep, so that's fine. Morning of phone calls. I had to chase a referral. I queried whether I was eligible to be referred to the perinatal mental health team last Monday, because on their website it says referrals up to 6 months, and they see people until 12 months postpartum, and Elise is now 10 months. I queried it on Monday, was told someone will give you a call back. Still haven't heard a week later. So I phoned up to find out what was going on. They weren't sure, they went away, they found out, and they got back to me today, which is great. So the only issue was that they said they'd phone back, and they didn't, but they hadn't forgotten about me, which is good, although it was playing on my mind rather. I'm feeling a little bit out of breath, probably stress. The next phone call came out of the blue, and actually it's been really positive. PALS, the Patient Advisory Liaison Service from the hospital where I had Elise and have been having lots of problems, phoned me, wanted to find out how it went with my appointment earlier this month, where someone was supposed to be supporting me, someone from the nursing team, and they didn't, so I had to go into the appointment on my own. And actually the lady we spoke to was fantastic. It was really reassuring that she's taken the time to contact me rather than me having to chase people. And she said she's going to be at my next appointment. She will make sure, because things had been put in place and then didn't happen, she wants to make sure that they do happen. So we've now set that I'm going to get there a bit early. We've got a specific time. She's going to come out and meet me. We've got time to have a chat and then go into the appointment. So actually that has been really positive, and I'm so grateful that she's done that, because otherwise that would have been another, well, I think I'd given up at this point, and I was starting to think about who else can I ask to come with me, but then that gets tricky with having to ask friends and family who are all working, have their own kids, have their own lives, and while I know lots of people would help if they can, it's actually better to have someone in the hospital there, because then they can liaise and make sure all the things that have been supposedly put in place have actually been put in place and are actually going to happen, whereas a friend or family can't do that. So I'm rambling, that's very positive. 2 more phone calls for today. I'm waiting on someone to phone me. She got in touch on Facebook about potentially an exciting opportunity for Elise and I. I don't know how much I can say about it, so I'm not going to until I've had this phone call. And I need to phone wheelchair services, and I will show you why. So this is my anti-tip. Probably be easier if I show you set out. There we go. So this is my anti-tip. My anti-tip, if I zoom in, there we go. Okay, so this screw has come loose. So it now wobbles. It has gone side to side. It is basically pretty useless. I've just tried to get a shot through the wheels and it's not happening. So there should be like a little bolt thing that this screw screws into and holds together. I tried to screw this in, there is no bolt. The bolt has come off. So it's not something I can fix. I need wheelchair services to come and have a look at it for me. However, when I phoned wheelchair services, no one has picked up, and I've tried probably 7 times this morning already. It's now 11 o'clock and I'm going to have to keep trying, because that's not something I can fix with a piece missing. You can see more easily with the anti-tip folding up just how broken that is. And it's a quick fix, I just don't have the parts to actually do it. So I'm effectively anti-tipless until it's sorted. Yeah! Injection is done. It turned out to be with the nurse who it was supposed to be with initially, so I don't know what happened there, why we got the call and the appointment changed. And the nurse had no idea either, she thought it was rather strange. But that is now done and I feel better in myself already. Just because she understands me, what we've been through, and she's just genuinely a nice person. I left a voicemail on Wheelchair Services answer machine, and their answer machine said they'd get back to me within an hour. 2 hours later we left the house, still hadn't had a reply. They phoned when I was in the doctor's surgery. So I need to phone them back when I get home. But my anti-tip is now trailing along the ground. The bolt that was in it but didn't have anything to attach to fell out just after we left the house. So I'm trailing this anti-tip along, which is not good. But we are now going to go to Sainsbury's to get some chocolate cake. Morning. It is just gone 8 o'clock. A nice man called, I think either Simon or Stephen, and I cannot remember which is bad of me, is coming to fix my anti-tip. I did not have a good night last night. I forgot to take my tablets and as a result really struggled to get to sleep. I did realise, so I did take them, but it was gone midnight when I remembered. Going back to Simon or Stephen coming to fix my chair. They come between 8 and 4, so I am sat on the middle landing because our house is 3 floors. We moved in when we had no idea that I had Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, let alone I might need a wheelchair. I'm on the middle landing. No, I'm on the middle floor. I can look out of this window and see if anyone arrives. Elise is still asleep, so she is upstairs. But on the middle landing I can hear her. I've got the door open, which means that someone has come to join me. The cats are not normally allowed in this room because they tear up the furniture. But while someone's in here, it's okay. So I have a little friend. Hello, little friend. I'm going to try and get some blog type stuff done while we wait. But yeah, still in my pyjamas. Elise woke up just after 9, and we are now downstairs. Yeah. You can say hi to everyone. Say hello. So this is the current situation with my anti-tip. It is wobbling around on the floor, and this is the bolt that's fallen out. Yeah. Hello, Noisy. Is that funny? Can you see yourself? I love your cheeky smile. Say hi, everyone. Hi. Lissy loves the cat. The cat is not quite so sure he was here, and he's just moved so that she can't reach him. She's very gentle with him. But you do have a tendency to shout at them, don't you? You shout at your cats, and they don't realise that it's just because you're excited to see them. What are you doing? Guggen. Where's your daddy? Is Daddy at school? Daddy teaching those children? A very nice man called Simon came. We now have a fixed anti-tip. So we are now going to go and get dressed and make a start to our day. Forgot to say, been and gone, and it's not even 10:30 yet, so we actually get a large portion of our day rather than having to wait around for my chair to be fixed. Elise is asleep and the postman's been. I have a letter from, I think it's the perinatal mental health team, saying that they can't do anything because I'm not within the 6 months postpartum, which it's frustrating. I anticipated that, but the people who referred me didn't, because I looked on the website. I phoned them up. I said that if that was the case, it would potentially be triggering, because I've had a similar issue before, and the IAPT service were supposed to be looking into it, and now I get this letter. So they have asked for my GP to do a referral to someone else, but I don't know who the someone else is, which means I haven't been able to discuss whether it is going to be suitable for me. So that's rather stressful. I've tried to phone them and no one's answered, so I will keep trying. I need to take a deep breath. But as well as getting that letter, I also got a very exciting parcel to show you. So we are holidaying this beautiful woven wings wrap. It's called Heatwave. It's a size 5, and I never thought I would ever get to touch a woven wings wrap because they are rather expensive. So this is absolutely amazing to be able to try it. It is, I believe, cotton and wool blend. There's definitely wool in it. We haven't tried a wool wrap yet. So I'm excited, and I love how the silver sort of shimmers. So I'm going to hopefully get some photos taken with it to share on my Instagram. I think I've got it for 2 weeks or so. So this will be exciting to use. You probably won't be able to see the label, but it says 57% Egyptian cotton, 20% linen, 15% merino, which is wool, and 8% fine silk. So it's a quad blend. Can you see how it shimmers? That's just amazing. I love it.